Finally, you've retrieved the last memory, Seeker of the Branch.
The last memory.
Behind that door lies the truth you seek, about Seed and the tree. However, to open it, you'll need the power of other Bladers. Please, engrave this seal into your mind. Find a Blader named Melaire, and give the seal to her. May the branch guide your path.
My memories, they've come back to me for 12 years. I can't believe I forgot something so important. I'm so sorry. Ursula, you're here. Sorry, I got carried away upon arriving at this place. I recalled everything. It's been too long. It feels like a dream. After all those years, it's finally time to wake up. Thank you, Arissa. Would you like to hear this old man talk about his past? Well, it all goes back to before I was born. It was about 130 years ago. Less than a decade before the church arrived in Heavenswell, plants became extinct on the planet. The land couldn't produce food anymore, leading to a widespread famine and a desperate search for any possible food.
What is famine?
Well, it's a severe shortage of food. It might be hard for you to understand, as Bladers don't experience hunger like humans do. Hunger. It's a painful experience that surpasses any injury or illness. In extreme hunger, consciousness blurs and weakness engulfs you. You gnaw on anything you can find. Tables, chairs, stones, soil. Swallowing indigestible stuff only worsens your suffering, adding to the agony. The famine lasted for almost 30 years. Tens of thousands died every day, but few from starvation. Most met their end before succumbing to starvation. Poison, suicide, violence. There weren't many choices if one wanted to stay alive. Join the church. Embrace their questionable Eucharist. Or turn to cannibalism. Faith, dignity, morals. Everything could be sacrificed for survival. At that point, they are no longer humans. Things started to change for the better when Mr. Hubert appeared. Mr. Hubert was a scholar who found a way to create a food source known as mud balls during his studies. He freely shared his recipe to make mud balls, allowing many to survive. Although mud balls tasted terrible, it provided a way to live like humans. Those who admired him formed the Hubert School and conducted various studies. However, the church arrested him for his research, and the school was forced to relocate from Heavenswell. Nevertheless, Mr. Hubert's legacy lived on. The school persisted in its research and expanded outside of Heavenswell. I was born in the slums, and thanks to Mudballs, my family was able to survive. So I joined the Hubert School, hoping to help others survive like Mr. Hubert did. I don't have much talent, yet I chose a monumental task, aiming to restore plants. For decades, I conducted my research in the Western Desert, but to no avail. Until I met Ursula. The Grey Rhino caravan stopped providing us supplies due to lack of funding. Fortunately, the Moose caravan came to our aid, and it was Ursula who reached out to us and provided help. I had never met such a genuine person who could maintain optimism in such a doomed world. She not only provided us with affordable supplies, but also fended off bandits along the way. Even when everyone gave up on the research, she continued to support me. She placed unwavering trust in me, and even left her caravan she had operated for years to help me collect samples from Heavenswell. Later, I learned that she wasn't a human, but a blader. She had witnessed the fall of the Eastern Parish and the death of her cherished ones. She had been hunted by the church and separated from her comrades. She died and revived countless times in her battles against the Arch-Necros. Despite unimaginable disasters and heartbreaking farewells, she continued to wear a strong smile. She was more determined to survive than we ever could be. If it hadn't been for her, I'd never have been able to come here and find this place. We used to live here together, studying soil and plants, until the Necros attacked 12 years ago. I had never seen Ursula in such a desperate fight. The Necros were far more deadly than those in the city. The grave situation was overwhelming. We fled, but accidentally fell off a cliff. Since then, I haven't seen her again. I broke my head and nearly died. But I was luckily saved by the Coven of the Poor. However, I lost many memories as a result. Ironic, isn't it? I remember to study the soil, but have forgotten the person most important to me. I know she's still alive somewhere in Heavenswell, but I'm hesitant to look for her. Well, it's better if she forgets me. She deserves a better life. In the end, I've lost everything and accomplished nothing. Back to where I started. Well, the good thing is I have nothing left to lose. I've spent over 30 years searching for soil, and now I'm almost 50. My time is running out, since I've been spared from death. I'll continue my research until my last breath. I guess determination is the only thing this old fool has going for him. Thank you for listening to this old man's wild talk. Any new discoveries, Orisa?
I found this.
Thank you. Please just give me a moment. There we go. Please, take it. I think I'm starting to understand. Ursula once said that the mud responds to nearby consciousness. In this case, maybe the mud has deprived the willingness to grow from the soil. We could confirm my hypothesis if we had living plant seeds. Thank you, Arissa. We could confirm my hypothesis if we had living plant seeds. Thank you, Arissa.
Is this even possible? A child born from a blader is an ordinary human? The readings don't show any abnormalities. Something must be wrong with those machines. I've got to get to the bottom of this. Seeking revenge on me? You won't get away so easily this time.
Shocking news, Doctor. This woman is not a human.
Huh? The stone brought back this time. She has no bones or organs. And everything below her skin is mud. Could this be the bladers you were with once mentioned?
Look here, Doctor. This is...
What? A human? just won't learn. Seeking revenge on me? You won't get away so easily this time.
Are you a blader too? Thank you. Ursula? How did you become like this? I shouldn't have trusted a Dramelech. It's a necro spell. He's trying to use it to control me. The spell has gone wrong. I'm turning into a necro. I'm hopeless now. The spell can't be reversed. Please. Cut my connection with the branch. Free me. Thank you. I won't revive again. Adramelech. He's crossed the line. His research is against human nature. Please, you must stop him.
I see.
And there's one more thing. Here. Please give it to the botanist of the Hubert School. Delpha.
Delpha. I know him.
Ah, good to know. Tell him the last factor is the branch. He will understand.
I see.
Thank you. Now I can rest assured. Finish me off before I turn into a necro.
Here you are, Arissa.
I have something for you.
Ah, a living seed. Where did you find it?
Ursula asked me to give it to you.
Ursula. Where is she? How is she doing? Ursula. She still remembers me. Amazing. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna be carried away. How is she doing now? Ursula. She's dead. No, this can't be. Adramelech. That lunatic. Expelled from the school? No. No. Ursula. You deserve to live more than I do. Why is this happening?
She had something to tell you. The last factor is the branch.
The last factor is the branch. What does that mean?
She said you would understand.
The branch? She told me a lot about it, but I'm sorry. I need time to think about it. Branch. Plants. And the seed. Could it be that... I think I'm getting it. The branches grow from the mud. It's an imitation of the growth of plants. The mud deprives the willingness to grow from the soil and fuels it all to the branches. In that case... This is... Am I dreaming? It worked! I did it! I did it! Look at this! This is not an illusion. It's a flower. A real plant. Incredible. This is simply incredible. If only you could see it too, Ursula. This is a true miracle. Orisa, about Bladers. What exactly are they? Your presence has turned a lot of things for the better. Seeing you all makes me believe there's still hope in this world. Even with all the suffering, I might be a fool. But I'll do whatever I can to help you whenever you need me.
Thank you, Delpha.
May your path be blessed with light. May your path be blessed with light.
Can't be. She is lost. She actually lost. Damn it. Listen, I know you're eager to kill me, but just hear me out, okay? Just listen to me. You must realize that I'm doing all of this to find out the truth. The Church and the Necros are running amok amongst us humans, and we know nothing about them. At this rate, humans will be wiped out soon. Someone has to step up and save the day, right? Those believers, scavengers, looters in the sunken city, or those hunters? What can those imbeciles do? I'm the only savior! I give people weapons, restore the city, and investigate the Church and Necros! Can anyone else do that?
But you've harmed people and ruined their lives. This is unforgivable.
They're just vagabonds! I'm giving them a chance to make a contribution to science! You are judging me in the name of justice for those wretches? Without me, many more would die without treatment. Oh yes, Shirley. You know Shirley, right? If I hadn't sent that Necro to protect her, she'd be dead already. You can't just kill me. Do you understand?
I promised Ursula that I would stop you.
Damn it. Fine, I'll stop. I'll get out of Havenswell right now. Just spare my life and you won't see me again. Bastards! You bastards! Stop there! Don't come closer! You monster! Stay away from me! My words, you won't get away with this!
Oh, it's you again, stranger. This is the first time I've talked to someone other than the doctor for so long. It's a bit unusual, but I want to share a secret with you. Actually, I was a human once. I know this may be hard to believe, but please hear me out, okay? When I was a human, I suffered from a severe illness. It gradually paralyzed me, starting with my toes, then my feet and hands, until I couldn't move a muscle. It was terrifying. I was scared I'd even lose my ability to think. So, I made a desperate call and asked the doctor to replace my body with a mechanical one and transfer my mind into a chip. The surgery went all right, mostly. There was a tiny glitch. The factory wasn't the best place for the procedure, and I lost my memories from my human days. I paid a high price, but I survived. After becoming like this, I tried to communicate with other people. However, they were either fanatical Elysium believers or destitute paupers and hunters. No humans could understand me, nor could those robots in the factory. We are simply different. While we all look like robots, all they do is repeat simple tasks. But I'm different. I ponder over many things: philosophy, society, history, materialism, and free will. Whenever I think about such topics, I feel like I don't belong here. After our first meeting, I mustered the courage and shared my thoughts with the doctor. And upon hearing my words, he sent me here. Can you guess why?
I think I understand.
Yes, it hit me recently. You Bladers are much like me, having bodies different from ordinary humans and a strong sense of self. The doctor must have thought we could become close friends.
I'm sorry, but I have other things to attend to. I'll take my leave.
Ah, well, no worries. We can talk about philosophy next time. Hello, my dear friend. Are you here to trade, or just for a friendly chat?
Assis, I found this.
Oh, what's this? Number 402. Is this me? How interesting. Oh my! No way! This can't be. But this is indeed the doctor's handwriting. He never told me anything about it. The doctor, he faked my past. Oh, my goodness. I feel like a few capacitors popped in my thinking circuits. Dr. Adremelech is just sick. Oh, I'm feeling awful. Like soaking in an electrolyte solution while charging with a hand-cranked motor without a regulator. Do you understand how it feels? It's like your life is just a cheesy joke. God, how could this be? I'm so sorry for being a machine. So empty. Someone scrap me.
What would you like to learn this time?
I found this.
This is
Asteria asked me to give it to you.
a partially blooming tree. Is this the tree? You've met Asteria. Where is she?
No, I didn't meet her. It was just a message.
Give me the exact location.
The deepest part of the middle sector of the sewer town. There's a gate with this pattern. Asteria asked me to use your power to open it.
Now she remembers me, huh? The sewer town. I see. Let's meet up there. What do you want to learn? Is everything done? Well, see you next time. I've been waiting for you.
Do you know how to open the door?
Yep. The spell to unlock that gate is hidden within the seal you gave me.
A spell?
Yeah, a clever way to conceal it. She taught me how to extract the spell, and that's why she sent you to me. Extracting the spell is not hard, but what concerns me is I didn't find any traces left by Asteria around the gate.
But I did see them here.
This only means the message is not recorded here, but within you. It will only be activated when you reach this place.
Why would she do that?
She hid the message within you, using it to conceal a seal that contains the spell. Looks like she really wants to keep it from the other members. Perhaps what I've been searching for really is behind this gate. Well then, let's get started. The courtyard is up there. Go ahead. The courtyard is up there. Go ahead. The courtyard is up there. Go ahead.
Miller, are you angry?
You're okay with anything, aren't you? Well, that's not entirely bad. I just realized something about the past. Tell me, what did Asteria say about herself when she saw you?
She said she was about to fade away. She didn't have the authority to answer questions.
Authority, I see. No wonder you don't even know about the tree. She was about to be demolished and restricted from sharing information. And she couldn't create new Bladers, so she transformed a guardian of the tree into you.
What exactly is a guardian?
Lost Bladers don't die. In the end, they have to shut themselves and give up thinking. Rumor has it that Seed recycles such Bladers and turns them into mindless guardians who only know how to fight. But no one has ever seen them. I thought it was just a legend until now, seeing those guardians.
So, I almost gave up on my mission?
Well, that's hardly surprising. Most Bladers end up that way. That's why there are only a few Bladers left after a century. You're lucky that Asteria gave you a second chance.
Why me?
Don't read too much into it. She didn't have much time left and it happened to be you.
If most Bladers gave up their mission, why did she give me another chance?
Because each Blader is unique. You regained your consciousness, and that means you're not the same anymore. We're constantly changing due to the consciousness around us, and each Blader has infinite potential. So she probably thought it was worth giving her best shot to have just one more Blader. For an almighty god, she cared too much about the Bladers. What a fool. Now this is the end of it. I'll be leaving this place soon. If there's anything else you want to learn, just let me know. Well, that's all for now.
Hello, my dear friend. Are you here to trade, or just for a friendly chat?
Cease. I found this.
Oh, what's this? Number 402. Is this me? How interesting. Oh my, no way. This can't be. But this is indeed the doctor's handwriting. He never told me anything about it.